Okay, let's do a couple of example on the use of alternating series tests for determining convergence of a series. So from the previous slides, the alternating series test, okay, can be used to determine the convergence of a series, okay, as long as in this case, number one, take a note on these two parts here, that one and this one. Both of these is only determining the positive and negative or the alternating signs of the series. So the series that we are interested in is this one. Okay, let me just highlight it in red. Okay, that's our series Bn. B sub n is the series. Okay, so for alternating series to be convergent, okay, these terms Bn must be positive, of course, after you remove all the alternating sign. Okay, we ignore, we just ignore the negative 1 to the power of raised to the power of n. We also ignore negative 1 raised to the power of n plus 1. So simply just looking at the series, the a sub n or b sub n series. And this series, number one, will of course become positive after you ignore all the negative. And this must be decreasing from the first term to the second term, the third term, and so on must be decreasing. In other words, so from here, the word decreasing here, meaning if we use the expression, okay, Bn must be greater than Bn plus 1. And let me just leave it like that. Delete it first before we use the term a sub n, right? The a sub n must be greater than a sub n plus 1. Okay, in other words, the first term, which is a sub n, must be greater than the next term, which is a sub n plus 1, which is the next term. So let me just highlight, this is early term, first term, and then this one is the second term. So the first term must be greater than the second term, or the second term must be less than the first term, whichever you want to see it. Okay, that's the requirement number one. And then the requirement number two, the limit as n approaching infinity of that series Bn, whatever the series is, okay, must be 0. If it is equal to 0, then the limit converges. Okay, then under this condition, the series will converge if both met, if both condition fulfilled. If both condition has been fulfilled. Okay, let's take a look at some example. Okay, so we have negative 1 raised to the power of n of 1 over n square. So just like what I mentioned before, we ignore the factor or terms that making it alternating, make it the sign alternating. So in this case, we ignore these terms, okay, and then focus on our series, which is 1 over n square, and then simply evaluate how it behave. Okay, based on the two requirement. The first requirement, the first term must be less than, the first term, let me just write down, reminder note, for convergence, a sub n must be greater than a sub n plus 1. So in this case, 1 over n square, 1 over n square must be greater than 1 over n plus 1 square. Example, okay, e.g. if n equals to 1, okay, 1 over 1 is 1, okay, greater than, what is the next one is 1 over 1 plus 1, so equals to half. Of course, yeah, on the second term in this case 2, yeah, or yeah, if it is 1, okay, and then the next one will be a sub 2, okay. So for example in here, let me just write down here, so this is eg a1 greater than a2, okay, greater than a3, something like that. So in this case it's definitely the situation, okay, if you use n equals to 1, for example, so 1 greater than half, so in this case 1 greater than half. So in that case, yes, it is decreasing, okay. So number one, the requirement is they both number one positive because of the n square, and then it is decreasing, which is a1 greater than a2 greater than a3 and so on. Yes, it is positive and decreasing. So the condition number one is fulfilled, okay. Condition one is fulfilled, okay. How about condition two? Okay, condition two, which is the limit of that series as n approaches infinity 1 over n square. So in this case, the limit, if you substitute directly infinity to the equation, we got 0, okay. Therefore the second requirement is also fulfilled. Therefore the series converges. So I go back to the slide, okay. The requirement that the series must, the limit must be 0, and then for it become converging, okay. And then the series must be a sub n greater than a sub n plus 1. Let's do another one using alternating series. Just like before, we are going to ignore this term, that's the term that makes it alternating, and simply look at the terms in green, which is 1 over n. So the question is, as the series progresses, is the terms decreasing or not? In other words, if n equals to 1 plus, so this series equals to like 1 plus the next one is 2, so 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 4. As the series progresses, as you can see, the value is decreases, and therefore a sub n is greater than a sub n plus 1, and therefore the first condition is fulfilled. And then the second condition, which is the limit, okay, let me just put like that, 2, the limits of the series n as the series approaches infinity of 1 over n, again in this case equals to 0. So both condition is fulfilled. So let me just okay, let me just make a correction. Okay, in this case, let me just double check. One plus 2. Okay, so yes, so in this case the series also converges. Both of the requirement is fulfilled. Because 1 greater than half greater than So it converges. Let me just see. Okay, moving on. Let's have a look on the third example. So again, looking at the first condition, we ignore this term that indicate the alternating series. Okay, the series is it's gonna look like, okay, on the first term will be 1 over, okay, 2 to the power of 1, so it become 1 over 2, and then the second will be 1 over 2 to the power of 2, which is 1 over 4, and then the series is 1 over 2 to the power of 3, and so on. And therefore in this case an is greater than an plus 1, and therefore the series, okay, converges there or decreases. Decreases. Is positive and it is decreasing. And then if we take the limit, this is condition 1, and then condition 2, we take the limit as n approaches infinity for the series 1 over 2n. Okay, so this is also becoming it equals to 0, as to the power of infinity become infinity, so this is become 1 over infinity is 0. So both condition is fulfilled, and therefore the series converges. How about take the next one, the final one? So this is the terms that make the series alternating, so we ignore that. So simply looking at the actual terms, that makes the series, which is our an, in this case is n over n plus 1. Okay, and we can test our an plus 1. Our an plus 1 will be, n plus 1 over n plus 2, n plus 1 plus 1, so become n plus 2. So the question is, the best way to check is by using the example. At n equals to 1, simply the series will become 1/2. Okay, and when n equals to 2, okay, the series will become 2 over 3. And then the next one, when it is equals to 3, so it become 3 over 4. So in this case, half is not greater than, it's not greater than, half is not, in this case half is less than, less than 2.3. okay, 2.3 is also less than 3.4. so the condition number 1 is not met for convergence test. Okay, and then if you look at the limit, however, let's see the limits. As n approaches infinity of n over n plus 1, so we simply divide both terms by n. Okay, so we have, this is the same as, the limit as n approaches infinity divided by n, so the top one become 1, and then this is 1 over n, and then this is equals to 1 as n approaches infinity. So you substitute the infinity to n here, so 1 over infinity is 0, so the whole thing become simply 1, and therefore the second condition is also not fulfilled, therefore the series diverges. Therefore the series diverges. Okay, that's an example of alternating series test.